Purely matter of habits. Time for yet another English beer. I've got a lot of English beer left still. I think 4 or 5 more beyond this one that I got when I went to England, and all of them are actually full as the ones I've left. But I really wanted to sit outside today, but it's nice weather, but it's so extremely windy that you just can't sit outside at all. So I just said, nah, screw it, and then sat in here instead. And the beer for today is going to be an IPA, an English IPA. So mind you, it's not going to be as bitter and hoppy as the American one, but it's going to be from Fuller's. It's the new one of their newest releases, and it's Fuller's Bengal Lancer or Lancer, bottle conditioned India Pale Ale on 5.3% alcohol by volume. Had this on tap over at the brewery, or not on tap, sorry, on bottle. It wasn't on tap, and it was pretty solid. I can't get it over here, so that's why I picked it up. But it says here, Fuller's Bengal Lancer, bottle conditioned India Pale Ale. India Pale Ale is an historic style of English beer that traditionally was always strong and well hopped. It was first brewed in the 19th century to refresh the troops in India during the time of the British Empire. Perhaps the most famous of these troops being the Bengal Lancers, cavalry regiments whose dashing exploits have passed into folklore. Our brew uses traditional English malt and golden hops to evoke memories of this pale amber, distinctively hoppy and superbly refreshing brew. Bottle conditioning, where a small amount of yeast is allowed to re-ferment gently in the bottle, gives this beer the fresh, natural flavor of real ale. So yeah, let's get it cracked open here. I really like the label with the Bengal Lancers on there, and it's one of the plain black Fuller's caps. Give it a vigorous pour, as Simon always says. Nice head. Okay, so here it is. Kind of an IPA color. I mean, it's clear as all of Fuller's beers have been so far. Head, pretty solid 2-finger white head. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, the aroma is fairly hoppy, especially for an English IPA. Get citrus notes, some breadiness in there as well. Very subtle and faint grapefruit in there, but it's definitely the citrus that shines through, citrus fruits. Some maltiness too in there, slight breadiness. Doesn't have that really fruity esters from the English yeast strain, as some do, but smells pretty nice. I mean, smells quite bitter for an English IPA. But yeah, let's give it a taste here. Yeah, that's nice. That is really bitter for an English IPA. Or really, really bitter. Not really bitter, but more bitter compared to a lot of other traditional English IPAs. And it's got more of an alcohol kick to it than the traditional IPA. It was originally only released in the winter as a new winter seasonal, but I was told at the brewery that they're going to make it year-round now because it's been so popular. So that's nice. But yeah, nice refreshing summer brew with a medium, yeah, solid medium body, dry mouthfeel. Not that dry. I would love to know what IBUs it's on, but it doesn't say anywhere, not even online. But other than that, like citrusy, grapefruity, almost grapefruity, mostly citrusy fruitiness. There is a lot more malt in the flavor than in the aroma, especially in the aftertaste. I get a solid, like sweet maltiness to it, and kind of breadiness in there as well. It was more in the aroma though. But pretty solid. I mean, bitterness isn't lingering at all, really. I remember my friends thought this was too bitter. Oh, they should never go for an American IPA. But no, the bitterness, it doesn't linger for that long. It's kind of like in the first couple of sips and then it just fades. You still have a little bit of the bitterness in the back of your palate, but it's not that much. It's super drinkable, very refreshing. A nice, another nice offering from Fuller's. I mean, it's not as good as some of the traditional or trademark beers, flagship beers like the ESB, the Porter, Golden Pride, stuff like that. But it's still pretty solid. But rating wise for the Fuller's Bengal Lancer, I'm going to give it a 77. It's a it is. It is a pretty good English style IPA. Definitely worth picking up if you want something a little milder than the American IPA, for example. But it is still fairly hoppy and bitter for an English beer. Pretty solid. Definitely, probably a good gateway beer to IPAs in general. But yeah, 77 for the Fuller's Bengal Lancer. There you have it. Guys, let me know what you think of the Fuller's Bengal Lancer. If you've had it, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'm going to say, check out my new Facebook fan page. And cheers! And I'll see you in another beer review.